In this video, we're going to be continuing to leak cards from the August pack. You know that for the past 5 months, all of my leaks have been coming true, and these leaks are exclusive. I have a big leak coming on Sunday, twitch.tv/Decade. It's going to be a big one. I promise you, it's going to shock you. It shocked me, and I'm going to be upfront with you. I will confirm on Sunday, so you all could stop asking on whether Kashtira is coming or not. All right? Now, let's hop right into this. The first card we're going to be leaking, by the way, I'm going to be doing leaks tomorrow, then the next day, then the next day. For the next 4 days in a row, I should be leaking up until Sunday. Now, Hajime, what is this? Alpha Summon. Target one of your banished monsters and one of your opponent's banished monsters. Special summon your monster to your opponent's field. And if you do, special summon that opponent's monster to your field. You can only activate one alpha summon per turn. What the heck is this? Well, if we look at a card like Invocation, to activate it, you could fuse using your Alistair by banishing it, and you could fuse using a monster in your opponent's graveyard. So I guess you would then be summoning an Invoker on your opponent's side of the field, and maybe if you banished a really cool monster of theirs, you get to now take control of it. Well, the main thing you're going to be summoning with this deck is the, let's type this in, Invoke Makaba. So your opponent would have a really good light monster. So let's see, light, most popular light monsters that you would banish from their graveyard. Yeah, I don't know. The Lubellian's not even summonable. I guess we could take an Underworld Goddess. Maybe get to steal a Fairy Tale Snow. I don't know about this card. You tell me what's going to be a really good card that would be banished. You know, technically, it could be any attribute of an invoked monster that you banish. So if we just type in monster, what is really good that we could summon? You're going to have to tell me. I don't know if this card's that good. I don't think it's good. This is right now an OCG only card, so that's pretty cool. We're going to get this before TCG, I believe, unless they're getting this soon. I don't know. Now, let's hop into another card. Well, first, I will show you what's been going on with Invoked. We have Invoked Mech Knights, Invoked Shadow, Invoked Dogmatica Shadow. So if you wanted to build any of those decks, here's the deck type breakdown, and we also have the best versions of the deck here. No one's been cooking with this deck type for a while. How about Invoked Shadow deck breakdown? Okay, 2023, some more, but since the ban list, we really haven't been touching it. And what about this? Dogmatica Shadow. Oh, this is more recent. So something like this could be good. We even have some notes on this if you want to. Ooh, very nice. Good job, Sinkin. Good stuff. So check this out. Now, let's move on to the next leak. Lil-la-Rap. What is this? Once per turn, if you special summon a monster from your graveyard, you special summon a monster from the graveyard, you can make your opponent lose 1,000 life. If they do, you gain 500 life. You can only activate the effect of Lil-la-Rap once per chain. So this is a soft once per turn effect. So with one copy, you're only burning for 1,000 that turn. But if you play multiple copies, your one monster you special summon is not going to trigger minus 3,000. You'll have to summon 3 different monsters to separately trigger each Lil-la-Rap to burn for 1,000 each. Is this worth it? Again, just like the Alpha Summon, I don't know what Konami's doing. Why are they creating these weird cards, these like late support? What the heck? Let's look at Lila Twin real quick and see what people have been cooking up with. So if we click on any of these, we'll see Live Twin Sprite. Do we have room for Lil-la-Rap in here? I don't think so. I would not be putting this in this deck. We have a recent tournament deck list here from the Factory Cup. Okay. How about Live Twin Unchained? Do we have room for it in this deck? Why would we really want to burn our opponent? We haven't been cooking with this for a while. September 2022. What about just a pure Live Twin deck? Anything recent? July, we got a win streak. Ooh, what the? Okay, he's using the Sprite engine, but maybe we should have listed this under Sprite. It's got a little bit of everything here. Okay, interesting. Now, let's move on to another leak. I know it's been a little light so far, but I promise you, I have at least a tournament-winning deck that I will be showing you. Amazement. Abomination Arlecchino. If you control an Amazement monster, so first of all, it's 2600 attack, kind of large. You could special summon this card from your hand, then you could add an Amazement family faces from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you control an Amazement, you special summon this from the hand, you grab an Amazement family faces, and it's recyclable because it's going to be from your graveyard or your deck. What is the family faces real quick? The family faces will target a monster that your opponent controls that's already equipped with an attraction trap, and you're going to be doing that through other methods. And you then get to take control of the opponent's monster. And then the monster gains 500. But unfortunately, the monster cannot activate its effects. Okay? So we have take control of a monster in a way, if you have the attraction trap on them. It's not like a direct steal. During your opponent's turn only, quick effect, you can target one other effect monster on the field with more than 0 attack. So this does include your own monster or your opponent's monster. Shuffle this into the deck. If you do special summon one Amazement Administrator Arlecchino from your deck, then change the attack of that targeted monster to 0. Okay, so what's good is it's not required to change the monster's attack to 0 to then summon the Arlecchino. The only thing you have to do is just be able to target a monster, and then if they change something, you're still going to be able to shuffle this into the deck and be able to summon the Arlecchino, which is going to be what? This one. Amazement Administrator Arlecchino. So what this does is if your opponent summons a monster, you could target the monster that they summoned and equip an attraction trap from your deck to that target, and then you already have a searched for family faces, which can now take control of that opponent's monster that you put an attraction trap onto. And also on your turn, it has another effect of you could banish your attraction traps from your graveyard, target that many cards your opponent controls, destroy them. So pop a bunch of cards on the field. And if this happens to be in your hand and you weren't just summoning it off of the new card Abomination, you could special summon it if a trap card's activated even from your opponent. So if they impermanence, you could summon this. Now, what else is good? I know this is a kind of a confusing deck type. Let's see. We have Amaze Attraction Thrill Train. So the quick overview, not that you need one, this will then summon the other Arlecchino, then this Arlecchino will equip this attraction onto the opponent's monster, and then while equipped onto the opponent's monster, you could banish the equipped monster until the end phase. And if you instead have this equipped onto your monster, which how would that happen off of this combo? Well, the family faces take control of the opponent's monster instead of banishing it until the end phase, then you gain the U effect. I still have you, right? You're not lost. You could change the equipped monster's battle position, then your opponent chooses an attraction trap in your graveyard and you set it to your field. So you could family faces steal their monster and then you get to do a little plus. Okay, quite interesting. And if you're interested, we got a deck list here. Amazement deck breakdown. And, so June 2023. So who's going to be happy about this deck? Viking47. Shout out to you, the only Amazement player of 2023. I hope you're excited to play with the new cards, my friend. And maybe we could take out some floodgates. You're not going to need them as much, right? And here is the extra deck. There is the main deck. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to highlight some gameplay of another YouTube channel. Then we're going to get into the final deck type that I'm going to show you that actually won a tournament. So shout out to Shark Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. We're just going to skim through some of the gameplay very quickly. So you can see we have the Amazement boss monster that's going to summon its search for the family face that could steal a monster. And we're going to put our own monster to 0 attack to summon our Arlecchino from the deck. Then we're waiting for them to summon a monster to trigger its effect to equip an attraction card onto it. And then we're equipping this one. This one is a bit interesting. It's not the new one. And we're also going to take control of the Dark Magician. And by flipping this up, we have another Arlecchino in the hand that special summons. Okay. And then what else is good here? What are we going to do? This effect is if you control the monster, the attraction trap itself is equipped onto, you could pop a back row card. We still have the family faces equipped, so it's still our monster. And then we're going to be banishing a card, popping a back row. I'm going to be skipping ahead until we could see the new card that's being used. There's the new card. So this is going to be, because they summoned, you equip the new card onto it, and then you can now be able to banish it until the end phase. And that's exactly what we're doing. And then what else does the deck do? You know, we pop stuff up. It's Amazement. It's amazing. And I think we're just going to win this up now. Ooh, yeah, yoink it up, steal it, and thank you very much, Shark Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Make sure you check out their channel. Now, are you ready for another deck? This is it. Boom. Vaylantz. Vaylantz has a top 8 regional of TCG. It also has a tournament-winning Japanese deck, and I'm going to show you both of those in a bit and a little bit of gameplay. So this is the Chrono Chasm Vaylantz. We're going to skip to the monster effect. To summon this, you must tribute the above cards. 2 level 5 or higher Vaylantz monsters. And then while this is on the field as a 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense monster, it's going to be able to switch the locations of 2 monsters in your main monster zones or 2 monsters in your opponent's main monster zone. So all you have to pretty much know about this is the requirement to activate this is you or your opponent has to have 2 monsters on the field, and then they just change places to then trigger your other effect. So after a card in the monster zone moves to another monster zone, which this does through the quick effect, you could then non-targeting, you don't tell your opponent until the resolution, destroy 1 card on the field. That's quite interesting. So non-target, kind of like a DPE, with some extra steps. Yeah, there you go. It's a DPE. Yep. Now, the Pendulum effect. Special summon this card to your main monster zone in its same column. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, all right. And what else? Move 1 monster in your main monster zone to an adjacent horizontal monster zone. Very confusing deck type, but I think I should put in the effort to learn this now that we're getting the new cards. What else are we getting? Boom. Vaylantz Weakening. Now, stay with me. I know a lot of you probably already ran away after us talking about Vaylantz, but this could enable some crazy stuff. I'll show you some quick gameplay if you want to see what the deck could cook up. What this card does is you place a Vaylantz Pendulum monster from your deck into your Pendulum zone. If a card is in the field zone, you could banish this from the graveyard, then target a Vaylantz in your main monster zone, move that monster to an adjacent horizontal monster zone. You can only use each effect once per turn. So what's very cool about this is we now have a really good 1-card combo. So shout out to Super Nix, and we'll skim through a 1-card combo here, and I'll show you the deck list also. So 1-card combo, going to be searching for the solo activation. And then, you know, I am going to speed this up. It gets kind of crazy. Okay, beyond the pendulum, we're changing the levels. We're making the Granite to search for a Fossil Dyna. We didn't even normal summon here. And look at that. 1-card combo for an Avramax and a Fossil Dyna. If you don't know what Fossil Dyna does, it says that neither player could special summon. Well, just attack over it, right? Well, Avramax says you cannot attack our other monsters. Avramax also says it cannot be targeted by card effects. Avramax also, I believe we used Masquerena to summon it, right? Let me see this real quick. Did we use Avramax? Yeah, we used Masquerena. So Masquerena is making it indestructible by card effect, untargetable, gains attack when battling a special summon monster, and your opponent can't special summon because you have a Fossil Dyna on the field. That's a 1-card combo. Now, come on, DK, this is cheesy, right? No one's playing it this way. Well, first place OCG 28th Saiyan CS. The Mad Lad's playing Fossil Dyna. So you have a deck list ready for 1-card Fossil Dyna. We got the solo activation. Open up her turn 1. You got Fossil Dyna and Avramax. Surely he's playing Avramax, right? I did not check for that. So here's the main deck. And let's zoom down a bit. Do we have the Avramax combo? We are not playing Avramax. Okay, interesting. Playing some other cards instead. I do like the Avramax combo, though. They have some other cards that, what the heck is this? Volzar Raz? I don't know much about that. So, very cool. Now, what about the fusion-looking card? How do we do that combo if you don't want to just cheese up with the Fossil Dyna? You tell me what they're ending on with Fossil Dyne and something else. Oh, yeah, this is another combo where if you already used up your normal summon, what this says during the standby phase, you could target a face-up monster this points to, special summon your Fossil Dyna from your hand, and then your to the monster. Wait, hold on. Let me read this real quick. Special summon 1 level 4 lore monster the same type as that monster from your hand to your zone this card points to. Okay, so you're pointing to a monster, and then the Fossil Dyna will summon to the other zone this is pointing to, as this is pointing to the same type of the monster as the Fossil Dyna. Yep, makes sense. All right, so that is the deck there, and let's look up a combo. Let's see more from Super Nix. So it looks like it is a hefty combo. 3-card combo. Yeah. So, all right, we're searching for the Field Spell Searcher instead. And let's see how we get the fusion out. It's going to be 2 level 5 or higher monsters. So right now, boom, just like that. Let's rewind the frames real quick. 2 level 5 or higher Vaylantz, and you just tribute them. And now you got your big body. That's quick effects, swap the monsters, then pop a card in the field. And we still get the Fossil Dyna, right? So let's see that. Using the field spell, swapping it up, popping his own field spell so they don't use it against you. And we got the Pendulum Shokan. We're going to want to rank 4 exceed. We still have Aeromax. We got the Grand Knight. Yeah. Holy moly. This is nuts. Just like, what the heck? So we have pretty much a DPE. And you can't target the Fossil Dyna for attacks. And then he shows it that he swaps the positions, trigger its effect to pop any card in the field. And, just pop the field spell. So, very good. Shout out to Super Nix. Make sure you follow them and watch their videos. And let's look at the TCG deck list. Boom. Top 8. Wellington WCQ Regional. Jameson M. And not playing Fossil Dyna Cheese. Playing it more standard, is playing with the new cards, got solo activation, and is not playing the new fusion pendulum. Maybe it's not out in TCG. I am not sure. You tell me, but the solo activation is being used. And I believe that is it for the video. Thank you all for watching, and we're going to be doing more videos on the daily. So let me know if you liked this casual way to do the leaks. And we'll be coming out with more day after day after day with the big leak on twitch.tv/DCade on Sunday. Thank you very much. We are out.